can Kyrie be with the Nets on opening night?
Skip, what's going on here? The Nets, okay, obviously the Nets don't want to trade Kevin Durant unless they get an offer that blows them away. And the teams are like, look, this is what we're offering. The Nets says, no, this is what we're looking for. So right now, Skip, we're at an impasse. Nobody wants to concede because the Nets like, we know what we have. You know what we have. Although he wants to get traded, we got him for 4 more years. It's not like at the end of this season, he can walk and we get nothing. We got him for 3 more seasons after this season. So nobody wants to move. Everybody wants to try to get as much as they can. The other team is trying to give up as little as they can. And what that has done is that has Kyrie in a holding pattern. Because I believe if Kevin Durant were to move, they would move Kyrie. But because KD hasn't moved, well, hey, KD and Kyrie, we saw they made the playoffs last year. So now we get with no vaccine mandate or anything like that under their belt, we can just go out and do what we need to do. So I think the situation is that because no team is willing to blow up their entire roster for the Nets, and the Nets are hell-bent on saying this is what we want. We want 1, 2 superstars and some draft picks. That's why the Celtics, because I do believe if they say, okay, you take Jason Tatum, you take Jaylen Brown, you take a 24 and a 25-year-old, 25 and 26-year-old for Kevin Durant, and you got these guys under contract for the foreseeable future, I think Brooklyn would do that deal. But the Celtics are not going to do that deal.
Okay. I'm exactly where I was from day one. They're not going to trade Kevin Durant, and they're not going to trade Kyrie because what they have is way too good to give up. Anything else is going to be less than what this is on paper right now. And this is what it is on paper. Again, KD and Kyrie got to figure it back out, mend the fence, whatever has to happen. But I think they're capable of doing that.
Course.
Ben Simmons has got to figure it out in his own head.
Right.
But he has all-star talent because he made 2 straight all-star teams and he made first-team all-defenses and he was the Rookie of the Year. So we know what his track record has been.
We know what he's capable of doing.
Yes. So if he maxes his capability back out, if he can get beyond the demons at the free throw line and the late game free throw line, and that's a big if, but you still have a potential all-star and a first-team all-defense player. So if you have those 3, and then on top of that, you still have the other Curry, but he's still a pretty good Curry.
He played well in the playoffs.
He really did. And Nicky Claxton, a little light in the britches, but still, he plays tall and long. Okay? So that's your starting lineup. And then on top of that, you still got Patty Mills coming off the bench. You still got Joe Harris. I'm not sure about his health at this point. And you didn't think they loved him and maybe tried to get rid of him. But he can still shoot the lights out. He's a former 3-point shooting champ. Okay, so you got Patty, Joe Harris coming off the bench with Cam Thomas, who they drafted out of LSU. He can just flat out fill it up.
Yes.
Okay? And remember, they added T.J. Warren, who in 2018 at Phoenix, he averaged 20 a game. And in 2020 at Indiana, he averaged 20 points a game.
Remember what he did in the bubble?
Okay.
He went haywire in the bubble. He dropped 50.
He went crazy. Okay. He's capable of helping off the bench. I don't know. He's a career 16-point-a-game scorer. So my point is, he missed all last year with the foot injury. I'm presuming he's healthy, and they added him.
Right.
Okay? And then they added Royce O'Neal for defensive purposes as one of the better perimeter defenders.
But 16 points is good enough.
On this team.
You're right.
I'm just saying.
With KD giving you 30 and Kyrie giving you 25 to 27, 16 is more than enough.
Okay, what I'm trying to explain is Joe Tsai and Sean Marks and maybe Steve Nash, they're huddled on this and they're looking at what they have on their roster and they're saying, whew, this is good enough to go win a championship with.
So you believe everybody comes back. Kevin Durant, Kyrie, Sean Marks, Steve Nash, everything, all the big major players are back.
They're all back. Now, again, it was James Harden instead of Ben to start last year, but they were the preseason favorites. So they're saying, what are we thinking here? What are we doing? We can't acquiesce to superstar demands here and trade Kevin on a whim just because he wants to go to Phoenix or go to Miami.
Right.
We did it for James. We're not going to do it again. And because we have the pieces in place to at least contend for a championship.
And the thing is that New Orleans would be willing to work something out. but they don't want to include B.I.
Okay, I got it.
And in Brooklyn, and the Nets are like, we ain't doing no deal without B.I. It's kind of like Skip. It's kind of like the Pelicans. They're like, y'all want Anthony Davis. Y'all think y'all going to keep B.I. too? Y'all must be out your mind.
But what I keep trying to say is if it's Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum or B.I., they're not Kevin Durant.
Right.
They're good. They're real good.
Right.
But they're not Kevin Durant. And Kevin plus Kyrie, if they can figure it back out, really, they work together. They fit together. And Ben Simmons is the perfect addition for a team that played little to no defense last year, right?
Right.
Royce O'Neal's going to help on. Their defense has to get better with these guys.
Right.
So I'm just trying to show you that the brain trust is looking at this saying, we don't want to break it up.
No, that's good.
No.
You don't need to show me. You need to show this to KD. KD the one that needs to see what you just outlined.
That's true.
Royce O'Neal
Touche.
and Ben Simmons.
But okay, I'm talking to KD, and I'm talking to his brother. His brother blasted me. You know, you don't know what the hell you're talking about.
The hell with that,
this,
the hell
with you. Okay? Well, they're saying, we're not going hell with this because this is
like
heaven,
this.
right? This is really good. We have the makings of a championship team here, but they're just going to have to suck it up. They're under contract. Kyrie opted back in.
Right.
It's all done. It's a done deal.
Wouldn't you
it's sitting right under your nose.
Would you be a little leery if you weren't on Kevin Durant's original destination plans, like Phoenix and
Sure.
the Miami Heat?
Yep.
Because now it's like, okay, if I can't get there, let me go
Okay,
here.
but did he want to go to Boston? No, he didn't.
No,
That
what concerned me.
Okay.
He definitely didn't mention no Pelicans.
All right. Well, we're getting, what are we, like 6 weeks from the opening of...
Yeah, October 18th.
Yeah, I'm just pretty sure that the Nets are dug in. The Nets are saying, this is what we got, and I like what they got. If Kevin and Kyrie can just say, okay, let's forgive and forget, let's move on, let's see what we can do running it back.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay?
But what do you do with Kyrie next year? Do you bring Kyrie back or you let it walk for nothing?
This is a one-shot deal.
Okay.
But this whole league, to me, is a one-shot deal.
Okay.
You can do all the Pelican building that you want, but when you have your opening, you dive through.
You got to shoot your shot.
You shoot your shot. This is a shot to be shot right here because it's still the makings of a championship.
Yeah.
That's what I'm seeing.
Okay.
Yeah.
It'll be very interesting to watch this situation continue to unfold, gentlemen. I don't know how it all works out. We will see.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.